With an ultra-wide 180-degree field of view that can also rotate 344 degrees and tilt 90 degrees, a 3.5K resolution and AI detection features, the Imilab EC6 Panorama is a great outdoor security camera that won't miss a thing, so let's check out what this thing can do. Now, full disclosure before we get started though, the video is sponsored by Imilab and they've sent me the EC6 Panorama to showcase to you guys. So here we have the EC6, and this isn't just another rotating security camera. As you can see, we've actually got two cameras on the front that are stitched together to deliver a 180-degree panorama shot, and this ensures if anything happens, you don't miss it. Now you can see it's made of a solid plastic and we've got a built-in wall mount, and the great thing about this camera is it's also permanently powered, so you don't have to worry about charging any batteries. And for the internet, you can either plug in an Ethernet cable into this wire or you can connect wirelessly with its Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Now this makes setup incredibly easy and it even comes with some mounting templates, but personally I prefer just to hold it in place and mark the holes with a pencil. Now we've also got a choice to use their cloud service for the event recordings, or you can also use your own micro SD card if you prefer to do it yourself, which means no subscription is required, and it's all controlled by the Xiaomi or Mi Home app that many of you may already have. So let's go ahead and install it and check out exactly what it can do. When it comes to mounting, there's also two options. You can either mount it to a wall like I'm doing, or you could also mount it to a ceiling. So to start off with, let's check out the live view. And as you can see, the extra wide view means I can pretty much see everything in my driveway at once, which is great. We've got plenty of options in here as well. So firstly, we've got the sleep mode, and this just disables the camera's view and puts it to sleep if you wanted some privacy. We've then got the sound toggle, and this is going to play the sound that the camera hears through your smartphone speakers. And then we can manually turn the camera's bright spotlights on or off. We can change the video quality, but personally I recommend just leaving this on auto. We can also switch the view between this 180-degree panorama shot that's stitched together, or alternatively, you can have both cameras separately. Now next up, we've got the full screen view option, and when in full screen view, we've also got all of these options on the on-screen display. Now if we head back, we have more options underneath, and the first one is the microphone. Now this is going to enable the two-way audio, allowing you to shout and deter any intruders, or if you saw some family and friends on the camera, you could have a conversation.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Is it raining out there?
No, it's dry.
Okay, good. We've got a few minutes. I think it's supposed to rain later.
Now we've also got the alarm function, which is going to manually set off the alarm. And then we've got the screenshot button that manually takes a screenshot, as well as the video record button that's going to manually start recording a video. And then finally, we've got the PTZ joypad, and this allows you to move the camera left, right, up and down, so you can have it positioned exactly where you want it to. Now, of course, this is a home security system. Most of the time, you're not going to be watching the live view, and you want to look back at your previous recordings. Now, the Home Surveillance tab is going to show you all of the events, and it's also labeled them via the detections. So as you can see here, we've got some motion detection events and some human detection events, etc. And this can make it much quicker to find exactly what you're looking for. Now, it's also neatly laid out by day, so if something happens and you need to review it, you can quickly come in here and just pick the day, scroll through and find the event. Now, as I said at the start, all of the events can either be recorded to your own SD card stored inside the camera if you don't want to pay for that subscription service, but if you do prefer to have it stored in a cloud, there's a cloud service option available, and this starts from $4.49 a month. When it comes to the specific AI detection features, we can use human detection, so this is going to pop a notification on your phone to tell you that it's detected a human, as well as recording the event, and you can also enable the box frame around humans if you want that on screen as well. Now, vehicle detection will of course do the same thing but for vehicles, so for me I probably don't want this turned on as I'm using it on my driveway and there's going to be a lot of vehicles coming in and out. But if you're using it on the front of your house and you want to be recording any suspicious vehicles at night, etc., and again you can turn the vehicle detection frame on or off. Non-motor vehicles is of course going to detect things like bikes and scooters, but it's currently in beta, and I've turned this one on as I do want to see any bikes or anything else that approaches my driveway. Now, if you've got any areas that no one should be accessing, we've also got the option for a virtual fence. And if you enable this, you can then draw the virtual fence where you want it to be. And it's automatically going to record videos and send you notifications when someone enters the fence, as well as doing exactly the same when they leave the fence. So I can see this being useful for many of you. Finally, we've got the image detection, and this is an excellent way for the camera to detect motion. So it looks at the image on screen, and if there are any changes to that image, then there must be motion. So again, it's going to alert you and start recording. Now, in terms of the settings and customization, we can also enable or disable the timestamps and enable wide dynamic range mode. You can choose what night vision mode you want to use, whether that's the black and white IR vision that you're used to seeing, or you can have this full color night vision that you see here. Now, the third option is actually the one I recommend, and that's the smart full color night vision. And what this does is it keeps the IR black and white view until it detects someone or motion, and then as soon as it does, it puts on the spotlights and changes it to the color night vision instead, allowing you to see more clearly. Now, if there are certain times that you or someone else is going to be setting the camera off, you can also schedule in sleep times if you don't want it to see you, but I imagine most people just won't mind being on camera. Now, we've also got an option for human tracking, and personally I turn this on. It means if a human is spotted in the view, then the camera will pan and tilt to follow that human. Then after it's followed it will go back to its normal position afterwards, which I find very useful for the driveway. Now, we've got surveillance customization in the app as well, and you can choose what time the camera is monitoring, and you can also change between low and high sensitivity. So if you're in a quiet area with a low footfall and traffic, then you might want high sensitivity to capture literally everything. But if the camera is in a busy environment where there's lots going on all the time, you might want to choose low sensitivity to capture less events if you're capturing a lot of stuff you don't need. Now, you can choose in the app whether you want to receive push notifications on your phone, which is also going to be very useful at alerting you in live time. Now, another good feature is that you can share with family and friends, so maybe you've got someone that looks after your house a day of the week or when you're on holiday, and it means that they can have access to everything as well without needing your username and password. We've got the automation section where you can set up automations for the camera like on, sleep or record, etc. And you can have these triggered by either time or maybe other smart home devices you may have in your home like a door sensor. So overall, it's just a great outdoor security camera that can pretty much do everything you need it to, and it also keeps everything nice and hassle-free. When it comes to the unboxing, you can see we've got nice simple packaging. If I open it up, we've got the tray which contains the EC6 camera with the attached mounting bracket. We've got the power connection and the Ethernet port. We then got a deterrent sticker if you want to stick this somewhere and let people know that they may be being recorded. And then we've got a small box which contains the power plug, and this also has a long 3-meter cable. We've got the screws and plugs, the mounting template for those that want to use them. We've got the manual and the warranty certificate, as well as the waterproof connections for the cables. So overall, I like how simple and easy it is to install and use, as well as all of the functionality it offers. And having this ultra-wide 180-degree field of view means you really won't miss anything on your CCTV footage. Now, of course, I've placed a link down in the description below, so you can go ahead and grab your EC6 and start protecting your home today. And hopefully I've covered everything in today's video, but if there is anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech.